Hi! Hi everybody, it's me, Jennifer, from Little Metal Foxes. Hello! And I am hoping I have some people joining me today so that I can tell you guys about, hey, how are you? So I can tell you guys about some stencils. And we've talked about stencils before, but I wanted to sort of show you some new ones because I just got some new ones and it's always fun to share the new tools. So I love them. Anyway, so, hey, how are you all? All right, so I just got a bunch from Rio that I am really digging. I got them specifically for the stone setting classes that are coming up, and for my, hey Karen, how are you? For my stone setting in wax that's coming up later this summer. But I just wanted to share a couple of simple solutions, which I really like. The simplest solutions that are really good, you can just pick up at like Office Max or art supply stores. And the nice thing about just simple templates like this is that they have most of them, and you can look for the ones that have it. A lot of times they're marked with their size, but they also have center lines and sort of the quarter lines as well. So for something like an oval with 6 or 8 prongs, you've already got those marks in place, and it makes it really easy to find center. So if you've got, ovals or circles or whatever they are with just a basic template, that gives you a possibility of finding center much more easily. And if you're trying to sort of figure out where prongs go, that can kind of give you a head start on that. So, even little templates like this are great, especially if you're working with like round stones. But, all kinds of templates you can get from the hardware store that are like, just for house design and things like that can actually be, oh, hey, Chris, how are you? Can be great for doing some layout. Chris, would you like to join me? Let's see. Yeah. If he's available. If not, I understand. It's dinner time. But I'd love to have you join me. The other ones that I've got here. Oh, hey, Chris, how are you?
What's going on?
I am talking about templates.
Fun.
Yeah. So the other templates that I have here are Matt Wax has produced a fabulous book. A million years ago, it seems like now. But this one's really good. Excuse me, for laying out settings in wax and wire. And it sort of demystifies a lot of settings, but you can get it with these 2 templates, which are awesome. Have you seen these, Chris?
I think I've seen maybe not so much those templates, but I've seen that brand before.
Yeah, the thing I like about these, especially for doing like wax carving stuff, is that these, one, they've got the size on them, which is really helpful. And they have, it's round and for 4 prongs and 6 prongs, as well as marquee, the pear, and the ovals. So this is awesome, but it also has the built-in little prongs. So it makes it really easy if you're trying to sort of locate them in your wax. You trace around it with a needle and just push in where the
That
prongs
makes
need
sense.
to go. And, oh, hey, Annie.
Hi, Annie.
Hello. And so it makes it really easy to be able to locate those parts. So that you can get with or without the book. I really like having the book, and I just sort of keep all my templates in there anyway. But the newest ones that I just got, Chris.
I'm going to have to go over to my template drawer.
Are you?
Yeah.
I know. I love the template drawer. But this one is for rings, and this is really good because you can do your sides, tops, and sort of lay out your rings for wax. So these are really helpful, and these range from like $6 to like $20 for the really elaborate ones. But this was like $6, I think,
Very
from
cool.
Rio. This one has the trilliant triangles, baguettes, hearts, the octagon emerald cut, as well as pairs, marquees, ovals, and rounds. So this one's kind of nice because it does have the different cuts and the millimeters on it. But this one, you can actually get the one that has the diamond weight estimator, which is really nice.
So they have
this one
also, I don't know if it's the same brand or not, but they had, and I'm looking for mine. It actually has different ring shank designs for drawing.
Yeah. So I got a couple of those. And these are really great for working with waxes as well. So if you're laying out your wax and you're wanting to do, you know, your ring, you can trace your ring right on there, and it gives you, hey, Shauna, it gives you a template for being able to sort of start your ring. And so these are good basic shapes, you know, to be able to do that. So you've got your, you know, your little piece of wax, the thickness that you want to start with, or cut it off a tube if you like, and off to the races you go. So these are kind of nice for that. Yeah, these they have two different ones that I saw that I liked, and lots of nice profiles. So I really kind of like these. The diamond weight estimator I think is really kind of interesting because it does give you about what the weight of the stone is going to be, which is nice, and allows you to sort of estimate that. But I really like the templates that that Matt makes, because these are especially good for carving waxes, because once you lay it in there, like I said, these have the points for where you can put your prongs, and when you're laying out wax, that makes it really handy because you can poke your hole, drill, insert your wax wire or nylon wire to be able to set your stone.
So my template collection tends to be more cabochon biased.
Right.
So let me turn myself around here.
Yeah, do that.
Lapidary has a bunch of these like aluminum ones, but you can find some older plastic ones, different common cabochon shapes. I picked a lot of these up at lots and estates, and I just have, you know, a lot of big ones. So these come in handy, like you said, with designing and kind of. Oh, there's my ring one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Who makes this one?
It looks like that's from Rio too.
This is Lenograph.
Oh, okay. Right.
But my other favorite brands are actually this one, Cabtopia, where you have a bunch of kind of freeform shapes for cabs, but for like a bezel back plate or something like that. It'd be perfect to do something odd. And they have, you know, plastic regular ones, and these ones I don't like so much, the Cabtopia plastic ones, because they're super flimsy and they tend to crack.
I was going to say those can be a little hard, especially if you're trying to lay out something really specific.
But
so I've got like right now I've got a smoky quartz that fits right into this little slot. So I was going to show you guys real quick how I do this, how I lay it out, so I can keep my iPad located where I want it. So taking my wax, I usually use a needle in my pen vise to do this. And I want to be able to sort of trace around it. In fact, I'm going to, just to show you guys, trace around it with the needle. And the reason I usually use a needle is because needles are super sharp and flexible. And I usually have a little bit of cornstarch or talc. This is cornstarch. And then just once I trace it, I can use the cornstarch to be able to see the lines that I just traced. And then if I need to do like an inside shape for that, if I'm doing something like a bezel or a stone setting that needs an interior or exterior, you can center, because these things are clear, and get that inside line or the outside bezel shape and just dust it again. And then you've got your bezel shape ready to start. So I can drill that out and then cut out around the outside. And then if I want to taper it down, I can do that too. But that's one of the reasons that I really like these templates a lot. One, because they're clear. And so if you're centering, that makes it really helpful. Most of them, this one doesn't, unfortunately, it's the diamond weight one. But most of the ones that I've got that have like the prongs in them make it really easy to be able to, like I said, trace around that design and then kind of punch in where your prongs are going to be,
and then you just drill your hole the size that your prong is and insert your wax wire or your nylon wire.
Very
so
cool.
Anyway,
here's one for bales.
I'll be doing that this summer. Oh yeah, that's cool. Ring shanks,
bales, ring shanks.
Yeah,
I like these because they are more flexible. These are from Cool Tool USA.
Oh yeah, Cool Tool. Well, we like them.
And they're durable, and you've got a bunch of, like, if you want to do like mountain or ice shaped or whatever, but they've got
scalloped edge,
a collection of just amazing stuff. And that's kind of when I'm stuck on something, or I have one of those January and February where I'm not selling a whole lot of stuff. That's my design time. So a lot of the time, if I'm have a blank or I don't know what to make, I'll grab some templates and just start drawing.
And seriously, having the templates to be able to do that, if you're like, well, I kind of would like to have a marquee shape in there, and kind of figuring things out, grab a template and start, tracing things out on paper. And the nice thing about that too is that you can transfer that right to metal just using a little rubber cement if you're wanting to sort of transfer those designs easily, or drawing it right into, oh, Big Red, hey, how are you? So the Jason says hi, by the way.
Hey, Jason.
Big Red. So Jason from Non-Racist Knife Group is.
I have some news I don't think I've shared with you yet.
What is that?
So Luna, right?
Yes, your dog.
My pooper dog. She came from a litter that was rescued in Mexico. Unfortunately, when Mom got here, Mom passed away. But the 6 or 7 puppies got adopted out locally. Unfortunately, one of her sisters got returned to the adoption agency.
Oh.
And we are going to foster fail Luna's sister.
Oh, that's awesome.
So Luna will have an identical twin because they're darn near identical. And there'll be 2 of them.
Well, that's fun. Yeah. Sisters in the house. Love that.
And the 2 cats are brother sister too.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah.
I had an opportunity when Simon was when we adopted Simon. He was with his brother still, and a friend of mine still had his old dog, who just was. It was about the same time both of our dogs had just passed.
Yeah.
And I should have gotten both of them, because it was Simon's been such a good dog. So he's awesome. Anyway, stencils. So we got cool stuff coming up. Stencils are great for all kinds of stuff. So whether you're doing, metalwork or doing ornamental stuff or doing knife stuff, having some good stencils that you can draw from really can help you out quite a lot. And I just wanted to say, for the if you're drawing and you're using a pencil or a pen to kind of do your stencil work, make sure it's a really super fine one, because if you're using something that's kind of just a regular ballpoint pen or a Sharpie, you're going to have about 1 millimeter of a line that can be plus or minus, and that can make or break some designs and fittings. And if you're really trying to get like the perfect little cut or bezel or something to go together.
I only use mechanical pencils when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah. So I'm usually I really like using the sharp needle for scribing stuff, because it's flexible, and sharp, it can really get into that intricate detail really close and very accurate. But if I'm using a pencil, I'm usually using my Staedtler mechanical pencil, because I can get a really super sharp point on this one, and that'll give me a little bit more accuracy if I have to use a pencil. But I wanted to tell you guys, and Big Red, if you're still here, Julia is going to be teaching the Filework Ring Shop this weekend, and the Filework rings are fantastic for people that want to do that sort of notched in file work. A lot of times they do it on the spine of the blades, or on the rings on the outside, or it's used as ornamental work on all kinds of different metalworking parts. But she's going to be teaching it on rings, and showing you how to lay it out on a curve as well.
Do you want to see what it looks like on a knife?
I would love to see it on a knife, and I know Big Red would too. Big Red. There it is. Yeah. So the file work on the knives can be really amazing. And Julia's class this weekend is going to go over how to do that on a curve, how to lay it out, which files work best to do this, how to calculate out a pattern to make it precise and look good. And if you look at the ones that she's got on the website, one of them has a bat cut into it that's really awesome. And the other one has a really beautiful sort of S curve in it. Yeah, that's really cool. That looks good, Chris.
So you can make it look like a rope almost.
Yeah. And this is one you made, right?
Yeah, that was I forged from an old I think that was an old bastard file.
So now it's an old bastard knife?
Yeah.
What we got
new bastard knife.
A new bastard knife. Awesome. But yes, so you guys, quick sign up for that. It's a 2-day, 2-part workshop. So one's prepping and one's doing the file work and the parts. She's also got boxes coming up. And we have a special guest artist that we've got front row seats for. If you want to join in on that interview, you can sign up for it, or you can watch it free on YouTube. There is $10 for the live part if you want to be part of the interview, and you get that $10 back as a class credit. So it's $10 up front, and then you can use it as a credit for a class. Helen still has some seats left in her Memento Mori class and keepsakes. And the cool thing about that is she's going to be showing you how to work with UV resins. So using UV resins to sort of lay into knife work, into little pieces of keepsakes, being able to sort of trap and change those parts in there, and that's kind of cool. I've got recycling, scrap, and alloys. You've got reface, replenish, refinish your hammers coming up, which is going to be great.
Not just
and
hammers,
I've got jewelry forming and roller mill textures coming up. So take a look at that. Listen, have you got your shiny hammer? Say what?
So you don't necessarily have to stop at hammers though. So the techniques in that are perfect for polishing bezel pushers or anything else. So if you have like an old tool,
knives,
an old tool or something like that you want to kind of clean up, we're going to talk a little bit about rust removal.
Oh, good.
About sandpaper, about finishing procedures, stuff like that. Some tips.
Different compounds for finishing.
Yeah, and it's not just about hammers, but primarily we're going to be going through the project of resurfacing the face of a hammer.
Yeah. So for those of you that have hammers that look like you've been hitting nails with them all day long, a really beautiful hammer should look like all that. And look, you can see my face in it. Hello.
I can see my face in that.
You can see your face in it. Look at that. You can see both of our faces in there. So, I mean, that's what a beautiful hammer should look like. And Chris is going to show you guys how to redo those beautiful faces on hammers. I mean, it looks like, seriously, it's like a beautiful mirror finish. So whatever you hit with this will be shiny. So if you're, not hitting steel with it, obviously, but if you're, shaping and working with your metal, you always want your hammers to be lovely like that.
I think we should make brass bench blocks.
Actually, I have a nickel one that's real soft, and I had a brass one. I don't know what I did with it, but
it works really well.
Ones are a little softer.
If you go to Goodwill and you find the thick bamboo cutting boards that sometimes people, that is a perfect wooden bench block that won't mar your hammer.
Right. That's true. Yeah, and bamboo's tough.
Mm-hmm.
So absolutely. Hey, Jen. Hi. So yeah, I think that the April is going to be sort of a Earth Month. Renew, refresh, recycle your metal. Come on in. Let's melt some metal and refix those hammers. And then Julia's going to do a class on actually creating stamping hammers. So after the ones that you can't fix or don't want to fix, she's going to show you how to etch different patterns into them for texturizing metal. So that's going to be another fun class coming up. But granulation and roller mill textures and essentials and all kinds of good stuff.
So I ran out of scribes the other day. Sold them all.
Oh my gosh.
So I have this idea that I don't know. I'll ask you here, okay, since it's just you and I and nobody else is watching or anything like that.
Your secret's safe with me.
Yeah. So I've been accumulating a lot of very old punches made by a Starrett company.
Oh, wow.
And
right?
Most of them are slightly bent or dinged or nicked, so it's just like this second spin of Starrett files, or Starrett punches. I think I'm going to forge the tips down to like a blade for a scribe.
What?
So it's like your own personal hand-forged Starrett scribe.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we'll see how it works. I could be completely wrong and ruin it, but it's an idea.
You have a whole drawer full, so
yeah.
See how it goes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
you'll have to make
keep
some
your
more.
eye out
You'll have
for
to
that.
make some more scribes.
And I figured if I ran out of the one kind, I might as well just keep on releasing fun, different stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's what it's all about.
I think so.
Yeah. You can't be creative if you don't have fun.
Keeps me off the streets too.
Thank goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Thank goodness. Well, cool. Well, it's good to see you, Chris. I will see you tomorrow night in the production class. And yeah, you guys check out and see what other classes Chris and I have coming up. And we look forward to seeing you. And if you miss the beginning of this, or want to see more of this, or this is celebrating our 1 full year of tool tips. There are 54 videos now on YouTube with tool tips. So if you want to go over to our YouTube channel and check out Chris's YouTube channel, and check out Big Red's YouTube channel, if you haven't seen that one. Big Red has a really great knife channel that's really good. So
cool.
So check that out as well.
Is Big Red in Washington State, or is
he is? Yeah, Big Red EDC is.
Really?
He is in the Puget Sound area.
Okay. Well,
and
I may have to come visit.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy. I know him through my husband, who has the non-racist knife group. So yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So yes, check out the classes that are coming up, and we look forward to seeing you then. Right?
Awesome. I'll be there.
All right. Yeah. Thanks,
guys.
everybody.